Good morning, namaste, and lakach jayom guru. Loving greetings to all of my dearly beloved brothers and sisters everywhere, all around the world. Such a blessing to be able to get together all around the world and share in what we like to refer to as our energy traffic report, our energy traffic check, a wise way to start each day before we go running out into the world of energy. So that we don't get run over by energy, we got to kind of look both ways, see what the energy traffic's like. And I don't want anyone to be suffering out there, so I want to share with everyone freely what is these energies for today so that we can get in tune with these energies, harmonize with these energies, be like these energies. And not just today, but every day, all the time. So, well, what we do is we start out with our galactic calendar and see what the tone and the frequency is for today and decipher them with the information that's in the back of the calendar, right? To see what each tone is and what each frequency is for today, right? And then we can blend that information together in our Dream Spell Astrology Wisdom Workbook, where we're blending the frequency with the tone and getting a clear understanding of what our energy signature or our galactic signature is for today. So we're looking at the fourth moon, the self-existing moon of form. And, well, where are we in this month, this 28-day month? Well, we're right here at the end of this second week here, where we see these two symbols coming together. We see this two bars and this dot coming together. We know this as the 11th galactic tone, the spectral tone of liberation, and we call it HUNLAHUN. And we see here that HUNLAHUN is together today with this blue archetypical glyph that we know as CHUEN. Blue monkey chewing. So the spectral tone of liberation today is coming together with blue monkey. So we say blue spectral monkey today, right? And so that's basically, right, what these energies are. Now let's read in the back of our calendar where we can decipher and get a uniform understanding of what this tone and frequency is separately, so that we can accurately blend them together, right? You can't blend it together if you don't know what it is, energetically speaking, yes? So let's open our calendar. Let's go to the back of the calendar where we will find the tones and the frequencies with a good description. And we find the spectral tone of liberation, HUNLAHUN, on page 8. And the spectral tone of liberation has 3 keywords to kind of let us know what this part of the galactic signature is about. The 3 keywords: dissolve, release, and liberation for this spectral tone of liberation, HUNLAHUN. And a quote to start out this description to help us understand this galactic tone of our galactic signature. HUNLAHUN represents the dynamic of dissonance, accounting for randomness and non-stability, right? This is why everything doesn't go perfectly the way you planned and as you thought it was going to go. So HUNLAHUN represents the power of creative dissonance and dissonant structures. What can appear as destruction or chaos may actually be the necessary forces of liberation, evoking a release from rigid structure and format. As we release that which no longer serves, we make way for new opportunities and understandings to emerge, setting us free from expectations or definite notions. The spectral tone of liberation energy, HUNLAHUN, breaks us out of routine, releasing us into the spectrum of unlimited, wondrous possibilities. Like a prism refracting white light, revealing its full spectrum of color, HUNLAHUN provokes us to see aspects of our wholeness that may be yet undiscovered. Right? There might be more to us than we realize up to this point. Guiding us to dissolve fixed concepts, fears, or habitual patterns that weigh us down, the spectral tone of liberation, HUNLAHUN power declares, I invite breakthrough. I dissolve identity. I unsolidify. I release old models for new models. I wield dissonance as a force of liberation, and I redeem chaos as untamed order. I shed. I free limiting beliefs and constructs. No boxes, no separation, no boundaries. Uncontained, free form. Receptive to the prismatic range of all possibilities. The spectral tone of liberation, HUNLAHUN, advises us to let go. To let yourself be absorbed by life itself. Be flexible in yielding to the formless flow. Allow your focus to cover a vast range. Dissolve feelings of constriction and welcome spontaneity. Also welcome seeming disruptions and unexpected detours. Right? That's what we're kind of getting into today, right? Release alliance to limitations and reliance upon form and format and fixation upon control. Let it go, right? Undo, break down, mix it up. Allow energy to travel as it needs to travel. And let us disperse into formless existence. And our quote to wrap up this idea of the spectral tone of liberation, HUNLAHUN. In the chaos it creates, dissonance can shake up static energy and allow transformations to occur if one can stay fluid when encountering its energies. Right? If we can flow and not get stuck. In other words, freed, right? Liberated, right? The spectral tone of liberation. So any questions about that half of the galactic signature? Okay, then in that case, let's turn a couple pages here and find CHUEN, that blue monkey. And we see that the blue monkey energy has 3 keywords: play, magic, and illusion. All right, that's what this energy is about today. Play, magic, and illusion. And we have a quote to begin with, as always. What we create in the world, we must first create within ourselves. For there to be magic in your life, you must believe in magic. Does that make sense? If you don't believe in magic, it's just not really going to be very active and dynamic in your life. If you believe in magic, then it'll be everywhere for you today. And then you'll find, by looking for it in this cyclical pattern, you'll find it's everywhere every day. But we'll have to discover that on our own. So Blue Monkey CHUEN is the artisan, the weaver of time, the scribe, the trickster, the playful agent of magical illusion. Right? Right? All three key words right there. Playful, magical, and illusion. Right? That's what CHUEN is. That energy. Right? It's not an actual monkey. CHUEN is the ambassador of Cosmorama. Its energy is known for weaving new patterns, constructive situations, artistic expression, or new inventions into our life. And why? For bringing surprise, for bringing unexpected change and cosmic detours, for to dissolve rigidity and control. The Blue Monkey CHUEN's message to us all is, don't take yourself so seriously. Right? Don't take yourself and this journey through life so serious all the time. Blue Monkey CHUEN reminds us that we are all children of the universe, here to play with the everyday magic that we are immersed in. Right? You are literally swimming through the magic. It's everywhere all the time. Did you know it? CHUEN's helping us remember that. As we embrace spontaneity and honor play as an essential part of the wholeness of life, we find healing, we find liberation and joy. Blue Monkey CHUEN dares us to laugh and smile in the face of stresses, transforming them into adventures and wonder. Right? That's what we were reminded today. Don't keep stressing about that. Change your whole thought about it. Make it a wonderful adventure. As the Mayan oracle encourages us, saying, as you freely play, the importance is taken off who you think you are, leaving room to explore all that you actually are. Discovering those unknown parts about ourselves. And we can view the entirety of creation as a divine play. You see, in Sanskrit, the word Maya literally means illusion which masquerades as reality. Right? Illusion that masquerades as apparent reality, we should say. That's Maya. Right? And there's another word here. The word Leela. Right? The word Leela means the divine play of the higher self, or the sport of gods, the dance of consciousness. Right? Now, here's the important part. If we identify only with the Maya, right, the illusory, suffering kind of part, and overlook the Leela, right, the playing part, the results is suffering. Right? Now we see why there's suffering out in the world. All wrapped up in the illusion of this show, and completely overlooking the idea that this could be a divine adventure that we're having with our source. And then we won't suffer. Perceiving the Leela, freedom finds us. Right? liberation, right? We're talking about liberation with this spectral tone, right? And, right, freedom finds us, right? If we just realize that there's two sides to this, the Maya and the Leela. And don't forget the Leela part, or you'll only be identifying with the suffering part, the challenging part, not the enjoying part. And so that's Blue Monkey Chewin', the other half of our galactic signature for today. Any questions about chewing? Feel free to send me questions if you wish. I know you can't ask. Also, if you want to do this live, we do this live every day on Zoom, where you can talk and interact and ask these questions. So now that we've taken a look at these energies separately, let's set our galactic calendar aside and open up our Cosmic Dream Spell Astrology Wisdom workbook here to page 11, where we are going to draw and color, fill in all these blanks down here, do an affirmation with the 3 key words for the tone and the 3 key words for the frequency, and read here about what it is when we blend these two tones, when we blend these two energies, I should say, this tone and this frequency together, right? The spectral tone of liberation coming together with chewing Blue Monkey energy today, playing around, mixing it up, right? So let us read first. What is it when we blend these two energies together? We're on page 11, where we see that today's galactic signature is Kin 11, HUNLAHUN CHUEN, we say today. Well, because this spectral tone of liberation, right, is coming together with, which is HUNLAHUN, is coming together today with chewing, Blue Monkey, right? So we say HUNLAHUN CHUEN today. After the perfection of the planetary tone of manifestation comes the freedom of the spectral tone of liberation. It's a continuing, cyclical, interconnected chain of energy. Flowing chain of energy. Blue spectral monkey, HUNLAHUN CHUEN, guides and teaches us to master the illusion of the mind by being the innocent children of the universe through surrendering to the ever-present cosmorama in order to break free from confinement of bondage and rigidity and receive unlimited, boundless options. As the positive power of destruction which leads us to necessary renewal, Blue spectral monkey, HUNLAHUN CHUEN, encourages us to lighten up and release everything that is detrimentally affecting our experience of existence. Blue spectral monkey, HUNLAHUN CHUEN, invites us to allow the seeming chaos of disruptions and transparencies to be a revitalizing release into the full spectrum of wondrous possibilities through dissolving the presence of unwanted, disserving energies and by breaking down all structures that uphold limited thoughts, beliefs, and actions through focusing on the magic of play. We realize that laughter heals. You see, there is no ending or beginning to the complexities of the simplicities of existence. Right? It seems so complex out there in the world, and we've made it so complex. But really, it's very simple, and we can make it simple. Right? You see, there is only experience of the whole, which is always offering itself like an endless joyride of interconnected parts that are mysteriously arranged in a splendidly cryptic yet wonderfully functionally harmonious order. Seeming randomness is nothing but the play of our great and wondrous Creator. So the best advice is to let go and release our need to control the reins and feel a childlike release as we merge into the cosmic chaos that is the mystical spontaneity of our Creator's embrace. Right? The source, the universal source, knows what's going on and everything's happening just perfectly. We can just relax in God's arms and play a little, not always stressing and taking it all so seriously and worrying all the time. We want to practice this today so that we can be like this every day, all the time. So that's HUNLAHUN CHUEN Blue Spectral Monkey. Any questions about today's galactic signature? Feel free to ask. So, next what we can do is we can color and draw together. We might want to draw this archetypical glyph. This is how you get really in tune with these energies very quickly so that we can very quickly start working with these energies, right? This is CHUEN, right? It's blue, right? We just draw this, right? This little flowery leaf thing down here with the white circle in the middle, draw these shapes poking in like this, kind of almost looks like that markings on those baboons, right? Monkeys, right? And we got this little symbol here. We just draw this, and as we draw and get in tune with this energy, something's going to wake up in our mind, right? You'll know what, you'll see what, your intuition will be coming to fruition. So we draw this, and we color it blue, and then we want to draw the bars and the dot right next to it like this. And we want to color the bars and the dot red because we are in the first initiating wave spell that is red. It's a red because red is associated with initiating, right? And so after we draw and color, then we can fill in the blanks and do our affirmation together. And we're filling in these blanks and writing this in so that we can get quickly assimilated with these energies. We don't want to sit and try to memorize 13 tones and 20 solar frequencies. We're just going to work with them each day. And as we work with them and play with them each day, like this, we're going to get very well acquainted with them and be able to associate, what is the energies that go with that tone. Right? What are the energies that are associated with that frequency? And that's going to tell us what this day is going to be energetically like. And we can in tune with that and have a better life. So we want to write this all in just to get it into our mind more quickly and establish it in our consciousness so we can remember it. First, we want to write down what day is it in this 260-day Tzolk'in cycle. It's the 11th day. So kin number 11. Next, we see here, it says galactic signature in English. So we're going to write in, right from the top of the workbook here, blue spectral monkey. Right? Blue spectral monkey. That's the English way of saying the galactic signature. Next, we're going to go to the next blank here and write in the Mayan way of saying this galactic signature. We say the tone first. Lahun, and then we say CHUEN. Lahun, CHUEN, right? Then we want to go to our next blank here. It says color and direction. Well, it's blue monkey CHUEN. So blue is that color for today. And we want, what's most important is what the direction and what energy is this blue color associated with, right? It's not just pretty colors. It's very meaningful. Every little thing is meaningful with the Mayan astrology wisdom system. So we write in blue and west because blue is associated with the west, and blue west transforms, which is most important. We want to remember that this is a transforming energy today, right? And so we write in the word transforms right under where it says color and direction. Next, we come to these three circles at the bottom of our workbook page here. The first circle is the lunar phase. We want to be in tune with the moon. The moon has an effect on us. Is the moon waxing or waning? That's important to know if you're actually in tuning with and working with cosmic energies, right? If you're an energy alchemist, like we're waking up to remember that we are. So we want to color in this circle to make it look like the moon, right? So it's starting to get a little darker. The moon is waning, right? Getting darker. So we want to write that down, waning. The moon is waning, whether it's waxing or waning. Waxing means getting brighter. Waning means getting darker. So we know if we're heading towards the full moon or are we heading towards the new moon. Next, we see a circle here that says Galactic Activation Portal Day. It's not